Hello and welcome to another painting tutorial. In this one we're going to look at the Skaven Plague Furnace. So I painted this quite a while ago, and just going to show you how I painted it up and the paints that I used. So here's the basic idea of using GW paints. I used Reaper paints as well, so the ranges are basically interchangeable and you can use whatever you please. For the basic idea of the wood there, I'm using Dryad Bark, Azrax Earthshade, Gothar Brown, Baneblade Brown. For any of the bone stuff, using your typical bone colors. For the Skaven Plague Rats, their cloaks, I'm using these sort of camo greens. And for any of the Warp Fire flames, I'm using that sort of stuff there. So the Caliban green and obviously Warpstone Glow up there. So any of the Plague Rat skin, using the skin colors there. Some of the browns, got some silvers and bronzes as well, and a little bit of gray for the stone. So to start off with, I spray painted this all brown just to give it a base coat. Here it doesn't really matter what color brown you have. Darker is probably better, just gives you a bit of forgiveness if you don't get every spot with the paints, especially the fiddly bits in there. Now I assembled mine fully except for the middle bit, the sensor, but you may choose to not assemble it. So I'm painting the browns in here, just the base colors, and trying to get those washed so they get nice shades in there as well. And then I'm dry brushing in. So I'm using my browns, and I actually mixed in a bit of the grays and dry brushing to get the nice texture there. And coming up shortly, I'm going to have one of the longest steps ever. Actually, before I say that, so the browns, to get some variation, I did some glazes with some greens and some reds and some other browns just to make the wood look different colors, which looks nice, but you don't really notice it that much. Okay, so base color for the stone there, and I've also done all the silver, which takes forever to do all that, and done some of the greens. So I didn't glue these in, and I'm just base coating those as well. And the plague rats there, getting their plague monks, sorry. And this guy here, really, really cool model. I have another, Screaming Bell that I'm going to do, and so this guy here, I've got him on a single base, so I'll be able to paint this model again. It's a great single character. Okay, so just base coating some of the ropes, I think, there. Got all that smoke there base coated, and I'm doing a bronze color here for these metal bits. Okay, so what am I doing? I think I got another wash in that wood, and I'm washing this, washing all the silver bits there, so you can see how that really tones that down a bit. And that's just using a Newland oil type of wash. I think at the time it would have been Badab Black and a mixture of, what was it called back then? Anyways, the Azrax Earthshade is what it is now. Okay, and trying to highlight this up. So again, mixing some grays in with the greens. You can just use the next tone up. The idea though is to make it look a bit more smoky rather than just a pure green. So the pure greens will be in here, but the gray will be and go up to a white on that smoke. Okay, dry brushing all of the stone there just to try to get as much texture out of it as I can. And same with that. And then we are layering up on the greens, just painting the different layers there all the way up to the highest highlight. And with the green glaze, you can actually go up to a white and then glaze it after, and it just brings it back just a touch. So you can get a really glowing sort of a look. Okay, highlighting up the bronze bits here, and adding a bit of the tarnished look in there. So that's just Stegodon green or something like that. You just water it right down, and you can paint it right in the areas there you want it to stay. It's quite a simple, very effective and simple thing to do. If you use the next highlight up, you can just do it in a little bit, so you get actually a highlight in right where the shade normally would sit. Got the ropes painted up there now. So I'm highlighting up these guys here and just getting some nice folds on the fabric, just layering it. And okay, I got all the ropes done now. I've got the bronze bit there, and just got to do the skin and some of those spiky bits. So that you can see the different layers I have. So you have the base color sort of in the bottom there, you have a middle tone, and then you have just the sharp edges, the highlight there. And that's generally how I do all my colors with the layering. Just want the brightest color, just getting just the edges of everything. That's it. Got the skin tones coming on there now, and I've got some browns for these spiky bits, which would be kind of a bony color. And doing the same thing here, got these highlighted up now. And he's getting there, almost done. Taking a bit of reds there. So some of these sores and stuff, you take a red glaze or a red paint, just water it right down, and just paint it on there just a little bit, and it makes them look a little bit swollen and pussy, which is great for the plague monks. Okay, so I'm getting ready to assemble everything, making sure it all fits, making sure I've painted everything, and basically done. I didn't bother magnetizing anything on this one or having it so it comes apart. If I ever need to take it off, I'll just put or if anybody dies or whatever, I can just put a counter on it. Didn't want it to be too fiddly. So yeah, this is an amazing model. Not on a big base like some of the newer ones are, because this was slightly older. But I've got coffee grounds there put on with white glue, and I'm going to add a little bit of static grass, so that's white glue patches. And there we are, all done, glued onto the base. So this will go with my plague monks. They all rank up nicely on it, around it. And let's get some close-up pictures here. Sorry, it's a bit washed out, but you get the idea. You can check my blog for more pictures of this, as well as the plague monks. There'll be the still images that you see here, especially that one of the paints, where you can plan out how you want to paint everything and make sure you have all the right paints before you start. And yeah, if you have any comments or questions or suggestions for future videos, please feel free to leave those here or over on my blog as well. The link to my blog will be in the description.